Hey guys, welcome back to this installment of Project Nitro Z6. On this episode, we're going to make our bass boat more family friendly. We're going to add a Bimini top, but not just the typical install of a Bimini top, which there's hundreds of videos out there on. I'm going to do this one a little bit different without it compromising the high-speed, low-drag look of your bass boat. So if that interests you, stay tuned. All right, guys, so what has driven me to want to put a Bimini top on a bass boat? Well, I'll tell you, I have a family with a small child, and my wife doesn't like to be out in the sun if she could help. I wanted to take them along for the 4th of July weekend and have them be as comfortable as I possibly could. Now, I'd wrestled with the idea of putting a Bimini top on this thing, but at the same time, it's a bass boat. You know, did I really want to do that? Before, I'd always thought that I needed to mount it out on the gunnels, right? Because that's really the way that those were designed. However, looking at a Facebook group, and I'll throw that information up here if you guys want to check it out, have a boat like a Nitro Z6, 17, the NX line. You know, this is a great group, a lot of information there. You may get an idea that you need. I saw a post by a gentleman who had not put it out on the gunnels, and that gave me an idea. I wanted to incorporate that in one of my videos to tell you that you can, in fact, mount a Bimini top on your bass boat without giving up look of your bass boat. So without any further ado, let's go ahead and get into this. It's a very simple install. I will throw up the measurements for this particular boat as well as where I got the top and stuff like that. I'll throw screenshots in there, okay? And again, with any of my videos, if you guys have any questions, leave those in the comments and I will answer those the best that I can. Let's go ahead and get this install done. Okay, so after assembling the top, we go ahead and put the boat back in here, and I went ahead and put these bracing bars here, okay, because this thing is going to be set back to where we're not going to be able to use the strap, so we're going to use this bar. Likewise, this bar system here is going to allow for this top to be folded up and it'll just be riding at an angle here when it's done. I'll note the placement. This is going to be on the inside here, and you saw that I epoxied these nuts in there so we won't have to worry about them falling out. So when we go to screw these in, take the top off and on, we can get in here and we'll have easy access to rotate this here. Now, again, this is set back 2 inches here, and you know, kind of how I determined that is I wanted to give enough distance, because if you're at the shift, your elbow is going to be out, okay? You don't want it to come in contact with the rail. Now, for placement of this post, I went ahead and got maximum angle here for bracing, and for how I was going to line this up, I just went to the outside of where this fiberglass curves out here, where you can line it up evenly on both sides. We're gonna go ahead and screw these things in. Now we'll go ahead and remove this out of here, try and get access to the other hole. Go ahead and do these rear ones first on both sides, then you can fold the top and have access to do the front ones. This will support your top while you're doing your front brackets. Okay, so epoxying that nut in will allow us to get this all the way as close as we can here, okay? We're gonna do 2 inches from that. So I'm just gonna confirm that measurement and go ahead and get that right at 2 inches so we're even on both sides. Okay, on this side now we do have, this is where our fuel goes in. And I did get in this compartment and check underneath there that it was okay that we put screws here that we wouldn't get into any of the fuel hoses. So we're going to be using our straps to secure it to the front. We'll go ahead and install those. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and install my saddle right here. This looks like a good place. It kind of lines up here, and it should be well out of the way. So, you know, we've measured this well enough to where we're gonna get this pretty tight, and this just will clip right in here. Once you get all this in, you'll find this is pretty sound. You know, it should hold up pretty well. Okay, so I got these strap links identical to that other side, okay? We're gonna go ahead and install this. This starts about right at the steering wheel, okay? So it's easy to pop up out of my chair and have access to all this front deck. And then the kiddos and the wife and whoever should read a book. While I'm scooting from one place to the next, I should have plenty of shade over myself. So let's go ahead and fold this up. And there it is stowed. So you can get a view of what that looks like in the stowed position. When you shift out of family mode, you store your cover, you're left with these little inconspicuous brackets here, and you're back to high speed, low drag tactical mode, and you didn't get into your gunnel, nothing out here, didn't mess up your fiberglass, and there you have it. Well guys, we had a great time. Unfortunately, I lost my GoPro footage of seeing how the top actually performed, but I'll throw in some of these pictures here. This is my daughter Aria and my wife Heather. She had a fantastic time. You know, I got to do a little fishing with her. They did some swimming, all those things. To tell you the honest truth, the thing that was the best was being able to be out on the water all day long, even when that sun was at its worst, and giving them a place to seek a little shade while we tooled from one spot to the next, or sightseed, or any of those things that we did. YouTube in general is about sharing. And when I find something I feel like it helps someone else, I try to share that and incorporate it with what I'm doing with my own boat and my own life. And I hope you guys enjoyed it. Again, if you have any questions, comments, go ahead and drop those down. I'd love to answer your questions. And if you haven't hit that like and subscribe, please do so. And I hope this video has helped you, and we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.